Tony D and Little Joan just off camera, and this is a screenwriter's rant for The Good Mother, starring Hilary Swank as the good mother when her son is murdered over drugs in, was that Chicago? It kind of looks like Chicago, I think. She decides she's going to track down the killer. She's a reporter, and she kind of teams up with her son's baby mama. And there's also a cop involved, and there's a lot of corruption. You've seen these things before. It feels like it's based on a book. So it's a taut thriller about a mother trying to find out who killed her son. Smash a like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Blah, 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 blah. I will be, speaking of books, at LBI tomorrow, at the LBI Book Swap in Beach Haven, New Jersey, for signing at 2 p.m. I'll probably be there till 7 or whatever. So come on out and check out my books. All right, from the, I believe it's the producers of The Joker, The Irishman, and Wall Street. I think it was producers. From the 3-time Academy Award nominated producer of those movies. It looks good. It looks good. It looks taut, as they say, a taut thriller. You know, it's the way normal movies were made back in the 90s. Just be about some case, usually on a book or a true story. I think this is at least a true story. It feels very grounded indeed. So first act, her son is killed. Maybe we get to see a bit of the murder in the beginning. She goes to the hospital. He dies before she could talk to him. There's a lot of sadness, and she has to deal with the funeral. And then at the funeral, his baby mama shows up, and she slaps her, and she's a drug addict, and she eventually sort of comes out of her mourning period and starts to dig deeper, talks to a cop friend, talks to the baby mama, keeps bothering her. She decides she's going to use her reporter powers to find out what happened, so that's most of the second act, as she unwinds the murder and is nearly killed herself. Possibly the girl is killed, I don't know. Eventually in the third act, she exposes the killer, and it's the person you least expect. It's always the person you least expect. But it's a big corruption thing, I'm going to say. For some reason, I think it's him. I don't know why. He just seems like a person in authority who, like, who shouldn't be even a suspect. But that's the one I usually go with when I'm watching these movies. I'm always trying to figure it out while I'm watching the movie. September 1st, nationwide. So we're already getting. This is a good September movie. Let's see if we got a write-up here. No write-up. Yeah, I mean, Hilary Swank is a pretty good actress. She's not like super hot, and I don't say that as a slam against her. It kind of makes you take her more seriously in these grounded roles. If she was all done up and she was looking way too hot for her age, it's kind of hard to take her as seriously. It really is. So you know, I think she's like almost like a more serious Julia Roberts. That was my problem with Julia Roberts sometimes. She was a little too hot for some of the roles. But yeah, I guess I would see this. I don't know. I'm not like jonesing to see it, but I would see it. For me, you know, I could go either way on a thriller. You know, if I was dating somebody and, oh, you want to go see The Good Mother, and this was one of the movies, and really wasn't anything else that looked good, I'd be like, yeah, okay. That would float to the top of the list, probably. You know, not the best movie to go on a date. That's like a later date movie. You don't want to go on the date the first couple of weeks you're dating someone. After you've been in a dating situation, then maybe, like, within the month, you could probably start going to, like, thrillers. I don't know. You want to go generally to positive movies, I think, when you're first starting the date, and then later you could go to, I mean, this isn't a negative movie per se, but you know, it's a little darker. But definitely would check it out on VOD. Sounds like the producer knows good movies to pick. And that's almost as important as directing and picking a good screenplay. So there are producers with vision out there. Maybe this is one of them. I mean, he's got good creds. And I like the casting. Hilary Swank seems to be the only name in it, and everybody in it looks like the role. They really do. And Hilary Swank looks the role. She looks like a concerned mother, doesn't she? So yeah, I would totally see this. I think you could do a lot worse. All right. That's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, just off camera. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more based takes. If you can find a more based take, I say take it. Hope you join me in LBI tomorrow at 2 p.m. at the LBI Book Swap in Beach Haven. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow.